Today I'm going to show you guys how to crochet this stitch right here. It is a lovely textured stitch, and it is a type of a block stitch. There's many different ways to work it, and this is just one way that I have found that I really enjoy working because it works up so quick and creates a very nice, simple texture. To begin this, you need to start with a foundation row in the multiples of 4 stitches plus 2. So for the sample today, I have 14 single crochets. After you have your beginning foundation row completed, you're going to turn your work and chain 1. Now single crochet in the first 2 stitches of that row. So single crochet in that first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch. Now we're going to begin a repeat. For the repeat, you're going to chain 2, skip 2, skip 1, skip 2, and then work a single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. So again, skip 1, 2, single crochet 1 time, and another single crochet for 2. Now repeat, chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, and then single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. 1 and 2. Now another repeat, chain 2, skip 2, 1, 2, and then single crochet in 2. And you're going to work this all the way across the row, ending with those 2 single crochets in your repeat. Okay, for the next row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work, and you're going to half double crochet in this first stitch. Now you're going to chain 1 and you're going to skip the next stitch, which is your single crochet right here. Now you're going to work a double crochet in the skipped stitches from your first row. So you're going to work over this chain 2, encasing it in your stitch. So you've chained 1, skipped 1, double crochet, dropping down to that first row. Okay, and then you're going to, here's your next skip stitch right there. Yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2 to complete that double crochet. Now you're going to chain 2, oops, chain 1, chain 2. You're going to skip these 2 single crochets, and again you're going to drop down and work a double crochet in each of those skipped stitches from the prior row. So yarn over, insert into that first skipped stitch, yarn over and double crochet into the second skipped stitch, chain 2, skip 2, skip 1, 2, and drop down working into those double crochet or into the skipped stitches. Yarn over and double crochet into that first skipped stitch, yarn over into that second skipped stitch. Okay, and now we have 2 stitches remaining. So you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to skip this stitch, and then you're going to work a half double crochet into the last stitch of the row. Okay, so to begin the next row, we're actually going to chain 2. This time, when we chain 2, it will count as a half double crochet. So we're going to skip working into the base of that stitch right there. So for our first stitch, we're going to drop down into this prior row and work a double crochet over that chain space. Now we're going to chain 2. We're going to skip these 2 stitches, and now we're going to drop down and work a double crochet in the skipped stitches. So yarn over, drop down, whoops, go into that stitch and half double crochet. Make sure you're pulling those half double crochets up a little bit higher so that they're the same height as your, what would be your half double crochet there. Chain 2, skip the next 2 stitches, and then work a double crochet in both of the skip stitches from the prior row. There's 1, and 2. Now you're going to chain 2, skip 2, and there's only 2 stitches left. So there's your skipped stitch up from this row and your half double crochet. So you're going to drop down and work a double crochet into that skipped stitch right here. So there's your double crochet. Now you're going to work a half double crochet in the top of the first half double crochet of that prior row. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do one more repeat. So you're going to repeat rows 3 and 4 to continue to build onto this stitch. So the first time you're going to chain 1, this is a row 3 repeat, and this does not count as a half double crochet. If it's a chain 1 turn, it does not count. If it's a chain 2, it does. So that chain 1 is just kind of used to help bring up your the height of your stitch. So half double crochet in that first stitch. You will always begin a row and end a row with a half double crochet. Now you're going to chain 1 and skip 1 and then double crochet into those 2 skip stitches of the prior row. 1 and 2. Then you're going to chain 2. So after every 2 double crochets, you're going to chain 2, skip the next 2, and then double crochet into those 2 skipped double crochets. Chain 2, skip 1 and 2, and then double crochet into those 2 skipped stitches from the prior row. There we go. Now we're at the end of the row, so you're going to chain 1, skip 1, which is your double crochet, and you're going to this time half double crochet on top of that turning chain 2 of the last row that counted as a half double crochet. Okay, and now we're going to do a row 4 repeat. So now you're going to chain 2. Again, that's going to count as your half double crochet. And then you're going to double crochet into the skipped stitch from the row below and begin that repeat of chain 2, skip 2, and then double crochet into the bottom or into the 2 stitches that were skipped in the prior row. This is a very fun stitch combination that works up pretty quick when you get going. So chain 2, skip 2, and then double crochet into those 2 skipped stitches. Chain 2, skip 2, and this time you have only 1 skipped stitch, so you're going to work 1 double crochet, and then you're going to end your row with a half double crochet in the top of the half double crochet of the last row. And just continue to repeat this, and they'll just continue to build up on top of one another, creating this beautiful blocked stitch.